I watched What the Constitution Means to Me. It was an Amazon original produced by Amazon Studios. 3 words I would use to sum up my reaction to the play were powerful, comedic, and impressed. I chose powerful because of the hardships that Heidi and her family overcame throughout the play. I chose comedic because I had a comedic reaction to the play, because of all the sarcasm used to shine light on the darker moments. And lastly, I chose impressed because I ultimately enjoyed watching the play as a whole. The playwright was Heidi Schreck, and I believe the genre was tragic comedy. There was some dark moments, but the use of sarcasm and the optimistic ending showed me that the genre Heidi wanted to portray was tragic comedy. The protagonist was Heidi herself, and I think the climax is when Heidi and Rosalie have a conflict about whether or not the Constitution should be abolished or not. The language was informative and portrayed confidently, and therefore I felt like it was effective. The director was Marielle Heller, and the play was performed on a proscenium stage. It was only a 3-person cast, but I thought they were able to work as an ensemble, and the way they joked around with each other showed this fluidity. The play had a premise of hardship placed on women under the Constitution, so I was happy with the message sent by the casting choices. There was also BIPOC representation, which is always good. A staging moment I recall is when Heidi is talking about how many women are assaulted by their partner. Mike and Hetty were on stage looking at each other, and Heidi had her hands placed over her heart. I felt like the fact that they were looking at each other provided a more emotional feel to the scene, which made it more effective in my eyes. The actor I appreciated the most was the protagonist, Heidi Schreck. One specific acting moment I remember is when she was recalling a time she left her son's toy on the plane. This scene showed a passionate side of Hetty as she began speaking louder and louder. I was able to feel the emotion Heidi was giving off, as it was clear that she wanted to get the toy back for her son. The costume designer, Michael Crass, provided various business casual looks for the cast, which I felt was his kind of theme. One costume piece that stood out to me was Heidi's yellow blazer. She wore this blazer in the beginning as well as during the debate. The blazer was yellow in color, well fitted, and looked rather silky. I think the designer selected this specific blazer because its captivating color demands attention, as well as giving off a bright and warm vibe to the character. The second costume choice that stood out to me was the white shirt Heidi wears throughout the play. The shirt was white, it was a button down, and had flowers on it. The shirt fits the business casual look, but the flower, for me, signified her will to grow and fight throughout her life and the play. Overall, I think the play hung together as a whole well, and I think the playmaker wanted the audience to recognize all we have been given, but also wanted us to never be complacent and fight for what we believe in. After watching the play, I learned how impactful standing up for something is, and how everyone can make a difference. Thank you.